will get confused. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna click and make another copy, and I'm gonna make it master color corrected, and defects corrected, distortion corrected, and on this guy right here, I click OK. I'm gonna go ahead and correct the distortion, and now I'm gonna work with healing brush, and using your Alt button you can copy the area that you think will be good applying over here in a smooth transaction gradient. So I'm clicking the Alt button, you can see the target, left button of my mouse, setting up, and then releasing the Alt button and getting to a dot, that distortion, and left button of my mouse, clean it, and again and again, like few times around it. It's gonna give me that solid gradient, like so. And then I'm gonna do with this guy the same thing. I'm gonna clone it, use this tool again, healing brush, gonna somewhere over here in a dot, dark, close, kind of close color pixels. I'm gonna select them with the Alt, a mouse button, left button on my mouse. In the PC, I'm not sure about the Macintosh yet, but I have my Mac right here with me as well. Excuse me, just didn't have a time to play with this yet. Ideas to develop as a software and some other things, so was pretty busy right now, but hopefully very soon in 2011 I will put my hands on it. I click the Alt and the left button of my mouse, select this area right here, and I'm gonna apply over here. Alright, so, and over here, so you can see there is no distortion left, and it's perfect. So this layer is done, and the next thing what I'm gonna do, keep in mind that this is the basic Alexander Moroz retouching tutorial, basic, so everybody can do this. And the next thing what I want to do, I want to cut and cut this photo as the way I want it, but before so I'm gonna go ahead and save the file. I suggest you to save your files as much as you can. I call this composition Christmas Sky, and I suggest you to save your image almost after each step, because when you're working with this amount of pixels, it's like 22 megapixels, it's hard for the computer, and sometimes Photoshop can crash. So make sure you copying your file, saving it time at a time, and on slower computers it happens a lot. On mine it happens not so much, because I have 6 gig of RAM and i7, so I have the power for 2010, 2011 for sure, and it's my favorite computer built by me, and I'm gonna do a tutorial on how. Don't miss it out. It's going to be plenty of tutorials on the hardware, software, how to do backup, how to overclock your CPU, your processors, how to pick the right parts. It's going to be crazy. But let's go ahead and back to our tutorial. And I'm gonna cut the image, so I'm gonna select this rectangle selection tool, and I'm gonna see the way I wanna cut it, and I wanna cut it about so. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to grab a lot of sky and about like so. And actually I wanna cut this perfect as a 4:6 photo. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to go over here and select the fixed size, fixed ratio, and I'm gonna just say 6:4. and it's gonna give me that perfect ratio. And I'm gonna draw a rectangular the way I wanna cut it and place it. I wanna grab as much as this of this beautiful image as I could and as I can, so that's why I'm gonna grab this much as I can. It's beautiful. And I'm gonna go image and I'm gonna go crop, and it's gonna crop it for me. Sometimes Photoshop can shut down and on slower computers, so make sure to save it. And this one is a test. You can call it as a original master. I'm gonna call it as a test, and now I'm gonna call it as a test 2 because I already have this image the way I wanted. This is just for tutorial purposes. So I'm gonna have both. I'm gonna have that raw. I'm gonna change my mind and I can leave more or cut less and do stuff like that. And now I'm gonna have the absolutely different file that I'm going to be working with. And basically there's nothing to be working with. It's ready to go 4x6 and 5x7 and stuff like this. It's going to go up to a huge poster because the size of this is around 17 megapixels, and that's 300 dpi, so you can go on 18 by 12 inches as the way you see it on a monitor. It's going to be quality like this, and this is amazing. And it's going to be a clear and beautiful, and as you see it on the monitor. Well, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this video tutorial. I tried to share with you as much knowledge as I could, and for some people it's going to be useful, for some it's not. Please understand me. I'm trying to make this tutorial for everybody. That's why I'm kind of slow and kind of not using the short keys and explain every single piece, so anybody, even the tutorial, can pick up this technique, Alexander Moroz photo retouching technique, and use it for his own photo retouching. Well, thank you so much. My name is Alexander Moroz. This video was brought to you by morozacademy.com and mrzmedia.com. Today I used Moroz Video Capture, a program to capture this video tutorial. This program was developed by Alexander Moroz, or by me, to capture your own video tutorials on Windows operating systems, as well as you can use Moroz Video Capture to capture your own gameplay while you're playing the games on the same computer. And video samples over this channel, you can check them out as well. Trying to capture as much games as I can with Moroz Video Capture and test them in real life, and so people can see before they can buy, you know. So it's a good thing. I like that idea, that, you know, you need to deliver as quality product as you can for customers. I believe strongly in that idea. Well, as again, thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna put this video through the Moroz Video Converter, the other software that will be included with Moroz Video Capture or sold as separately. And I'm gonna just recompress it for YouTube, as well as add my logos and add the watermark logos on the video. And here's how you do the noise. You're removing the noise by going to filter, and every picture at night will have a noise, and any picture not during the day but during the low light condition will have a noise. And this image is almost perfect with the noise, but has just a little bit of the dots. And how to remove it, just go filter and just go noise, reduce noise. And keep in mind, you're a photographer, and who can be a photographer? Photographer can be anybody, but photographer is a person who is making the solutions for any situation he is in. So keep that in mind. Photographer, this is a James Bond as well, because he's using his brain and his skills to improve the image quality as best as he's think he can. And this is dangerous, especially when you're using this as a hobby and you're in love with photography. You're using your brain a lot, and back and forward, and basically you're making your memory better, and you storing more information into your brain. So photographer is not just a person with a camera who's an idiot. Photographer is a person with the James Bond characteristics. Alright, I'm just saying. And you can see the noise when I'm moving the mouse. You can see the noise, the dots. When I'm releasing my mouse and I'm not moving, the filter applies and it's smoothing. And you can see how good it's smoothing the whole image. So what you can do, you can find the level that you like, preserve the details the way you want it versus the noise, and you can sharpen the details, which will bring more noise, so you want to stay away from this. But as again, you want to sharpen your objects as best as you can, so you want to bring it as best as you can, so they're gonna be sharp as best as they can. So basically, what is the noiser in Photoshop? Working with the noise, it's basically the blur that applying to some certain pixels on the image, and you have control over it. So if you're gonna make image sharper, means that you're gonna make those pixels sharper, and pixels with the noise will bring that noise to an image. So you know, you just want to find that level that you're comfortable with, and you will call it good. Say okay, and you're gonna be just fine. And it's good to always look at the 100% and move the mouse and then release the mouse and see how good you did, and see if there is any noise left. And by bringing more details, you bring more noise as well. By smoothing those details with the blur, you're making the pixels blurring out, and noise is blurring as well. It's not that like sharp anymore. So I'm just gonna keep it like so. I'm gonna click OK, and it's gonna apply to the whole image. And if your image is huge as mine, it will take some time, and it depends on your computer, sometimes even 30 seconds if you're... Alright, so it's very clear now at 100%, and I love it. So I'm just gonna, let's say, go with this, but I'm not gonna go with this image. I already did my image the way I want it, but this is a good sub techniques working with the noise as well. So I included the color correction, image manipulation, basic image manipulation for the better color gamma and better details, as well as how to denoise your image. So today you learned a lot, and just keep that in mind. Yeah, you learned a lot, and go ahead and apply those techniques, and I will be very thankful if you're going to give me a credit for those techniques. Alright? Thank you so much. God bless you. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Peace.